So you want to scale a home service business to $100,000 a month. Well, there are really only 4 systems that you need to do it. And in this video, I'm going to break down those exact systems and how you can implement them into your own business. So let's jump right into it here, shall we? Right. The systems that run your business, the backbone for smooth, scalable growth. Well, the first one is the greater toolkit of your business. These are the actual pieces of technology that you are using to run your company. And it can really be broken down to 5 different tools. Some of these may be a little bit interchangeable, but for the sake of the simplicity of this video, we're going to talk about these 5 tools. So first you have Booking Koala, for my example. Now, Booking Koala is a CRM. If you are new to the home services business and you want to check out Booking Koala as a CRM, I will leave a link in the description of this video. But a CRM is your customer relationship management tool. This is the platform that you store all of your booking details, your customer information, your cleaner or provider information, and so on and so forth. Now, then you have your Stripe, in my case, which is your payment processor. How are you able to collect payments, run credit cards, payroll your service providers, and essentially handle the flow of money inside of your business? Next, we have Google LSA. In this case, this is your lead generation. You could substitute this for Facebook ad, for Yelp, for Thumbtack, for a whole multitude of different lead generation platforms, but nonetheless, the essence here is the lead generation. This is what is actually bringing new clients or new prospective clients or leads into your funnel. Then you have Google Workspace. This is for your ops, your email, your Google Drive, your sheets, your docs. This is also where you can have your e-signatures, everything all built inside of Google Workspace. This will also provide you a professional look for your business if you're using a custom domain, which I recommend everyone does. But this is going to be where you're going to keep your books, your contracts, your templates for invoicing, and then of course operate your email and everything else that your business needs to run on the day-to-day basis. Nextly, we have OpenPhone. OpenPhone could be substituted for something like RingCentral or Google Voice or something similar, but it is essentially your business line for calling or for SMS, which is texting. Again, this can be substituted. Personally, I use and like OpenPhone. If you're interested in giving OpenPhone a try, I'll also throw a link to OpenPhone in the description below. Now, OpenPhone will be your hub or your method of communicating with your customers, with your service providers, and any other communication that needs to happen on behalf of your business. So this is the greater overarching tech stack or system that is actually the backbone for your business. Now, the next system is your lead closing and acquisition or client acquisition marketing funnel. So first you have the top of your funnel. This is where you're actually getting people to come in and discover your business. This could be Google Business Profile, organic traffic. This could be Google LSA. This could be Thumbtack, social media, Facebook ads, Yelp, Bark, Turno, cold outreach, etc., etc., etc. This is the top of your funnel where leads are finding your business. Now, the middle of your funnel is going to be your CRM. This is where you're collecting their data and you can eventually retarget them and put them on the calendar for that job, for a future job, or try to upsell them with discounts, try to offer them more value and get them across the line and into what we would call the bottom of the funnel, which is your confirmed jobs or your actual cash collected revenue, the actual money that is in the bank, for lack of a better word. Now, this marketing and lead funnel is extremely simple. The most important thing is that this tool in the middle of the funnel needs to be excellent, and then your bottom of the funnel has to be just good enough, right? This is your Stripe and a business bank account. This is where you're actually confirming jobs, collecting money, and then eventually dispatching payments. But what is most important is here with top of funnel, having a lot of different lead sources. Having a Google profile, having SEO, having LSA, having Thumbtack, having Yelp, having Bark, having Turno, having social media, having cold outreach, meeting people in your community, attending events if you live locally, right? networking, and basically just putting as many different things in this top of funnel section as you possibly can, so that your middle of funnel can work through them all and get as many of them down to the bottom for confirmed jobs and revenue on the books and ultimately cash collected. Now, the third system, maybe the most important system, is of course your provider and team system. You have to understand that the flow of business goes from a lead to a VA, or you if you are still running your business, to a provider, to you and a VA again, back to the person becoming a client, and then ultimately a review or hopefully a positive action for the business. So what does this flow look like? This is one of your top of funnel systems brings in a new lead. Now that lead contacts or is contacted by your VA or you who is handling the sales process. Now they are closing this job, selling this job, getting a verbal commitment or a credit card on file or even a prepayment depending on the specific type of service, and sealing the job here in this sales interaction. They are then confirming the service with the service provider, making sure that the service provider is ready to take on that job, to fulfill it, to do high quality work, has the time available, is going to be on time, is going to tick all the boxes. Once that is confirmed in this interaction, then back to the VA to communicate and confirm with the lead, making sure that the CRM or the middle of the funnel is updated, that expectations have been aligned, and that any scheduling or any oversight tasks have been completed so that we are ready to proceed smoothly with the service. Then after the service is completed, again, the VA or you as the operator corresponding with the client to ensure that the quality was high, that their expectations were met, that the service providers were timely, that they were efficient, that they were friendly, and again, above all, that they felt that they got more quality for their service than they were expecting, or just, got everything that they wanted done, and then ultimately pushing them to the review, referral, recurring, the 3 R's over here that I abbreviated with just review, but ultimately some type of positive end action from the client, whether that be them recommending you to someone, leaving a review, signing up for a future service, saving your number for the next time they need clean, or some combination of multiple or all of those. That is it. You just need this system here to be airtight, to take people from a lead, someone who just saw information about your company, all the way to a positive action and a future value building inside of your business, right? Not just happy client, boom, thumbs up, we get paid, because that is not what's going to build your business large, but a future value, whether we're collecting reviews, whether we're getting on recurring, referrals, contacts saved, all of those things will provide future value where we don't have to spend again on leads and go through all this process all over again. That is the third and arguably probably the most important system, your provider and team system. And then the last system in your business is your tracking and financial systems. Understanding these 3 things and making sure that we are using systems to increase our clarity, make data-driven decisions, and build our business in a way that is scalable, right? That's it. It is these 3 things: clarity, data-driven, scalable. Clarity is going to be shown in your revenue dashboard. It's going to be shown by the actual increase in the total number of bookings, total number of jobs, in the total amount of revenue collected, and essentially your business continuing to trend up in terms of the total amount of money that is flowing through your company, or the amount of money that you are making every month on the top line. Now, again, this is not going to give you everything that you need, but it's going to give you clarity on whether your business is continuing to trend in the right direction. Now, the next one is going to be your lead tracker sheet. This is where you're not only going to track whether leads are closing, but also where they are coming from, dates, values of services, whether they're one-time services, multiple services, recurring services, etc. But giving you real valuable data on each lead that comes into your business that allows you to make decisions on which lead generation platforms, which top of funnel platforms are yielding the best results for your company, and which clients are actually the most valuable inside of your business in terms of client types and client sources or lead sources. This is where things become data driven, and we know where we can double down on spending on certain platforms, where we should maybe abandon using certain platforms, where we have to improve our processes or stick to our processes because we have real data from efficient tracker sheets for P&Ls, for leads, life cycles, for LTVs of clients, all of these things, making data-driven decisions, and then ultimately your true net cash flow sheets, where you can see how scalable your business is actually becoming as you push higher thresholds for revenue. Is it just bringing down your margins? Are you just spending more and more and more and you're actually netting the same amount on the bottom line? Well, then it's not really that useful for you. Or can you trend positively, going from more revenue and also making more profit, more revenue, also making more profit, more revenue, also making more profit, and so on and so forth? Or are you just making more revenue and you're really realizing that your business is not scalable? The systems that you have in place are not allowing you to break new profit thresholds, because while your revenue increases, your expenses have to increase so much in order to drive revenue that your business is not actually making more money or netting more at the end of the day. So this is the final step where you can really see if everything that you're doing here is being done correctly. And if you are missing the mark here or missing the mark here, you go back up through the systems and find where the issues are. Likely it will be arriving either in the provider and team systems, or it'll be arriving somewhere here, top or middle of funnel. These are the most glaring issues that we're seeing in any home service businesses, and these are the 4 systems that you need to master in order to run your business both profitably and scale it up to very large heights, $50, $100 plus $1,000 a month in home services, and especially in beautiful recurring business models. So guys, if you're interested in starting your own remote home service business and looking to implement these systems flawlessly and make sure that your business is built to scale efficiently and continue to grow over time, I have a direct equity partnership program where I am building businesses alongside of people, helping them to lay the foundation perfectly and then training them to be the best quality operator possible before we ultimately train and replace them with their own admin assistant to take care of the day-to-day. We're growing businesses all over the US and Canada and are up to 35 locations and counting, looking to get to over 200 locations in the next 2 years. If you are interested in partnering up with me on a future business, make sure you just shoot me a DM or click the link in the description of this video under the Home Service Partner Program. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you will be back for the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, leave a comment if there are any video types that you'd like to see me go through or anything else you want me to break down. And until then, I will see you in the next one.